All right, 9 o'clock Eastern. Good evening, everybody. I want to get started here in about a second. Just want to make sure we're all set up. Hang on 1 second. I think we're good to go. So, where do we begin? I want to begin by saying I don't know why you're here. Some of you are already working with us. Some of you have been asked to attend this presentation. Maybe you saw a little 3-minute video. Maybe somebody talked to you about this opportunity, this business, this gel, this keto stuff, and you're here to get some more information. So in a very short period of time, just want to take a few minutes here tonight and go over who we are, where we came from, but more importantly, where we're going, guys. This is, consider this more of a conversation as compared to like a presentation. We're not here to, I always like to tell people, you know, you'll learn about this here in a minute from my background. We're not here to have some credit card link pop up and click here and buy now. This is just a conversation. We're here just to give you some information, and I'm really excited about what we're about to get into. So let me see what time we got. I always like to wait about a minute, and I think we're good to go. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with a quick income disclosure statement. We are talking about a business here. We're talking about an opportunity, and with that, you could read this on the screen. But basically, guys, what it says is there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees with anything in life. We can talk about everything we want tonight, but we don't know you. We don't know what your capabilities are. We don't know how willing you are to work, how willing you are to learn, how willing you are to change. So that being said, as a general statement, we are going to talk about some tremendous opportunities here tonight. But of course, there's nothing guaranteed, as with anything in life, okay? My name is Brian Mara, and with this company, NUL Life, I am a Diamond Ambassador. May not mean anything to you, and frankly, in the beginning, it didn't mean anything to me because I said, you call me anything you want. Titles are great, but just show me the money, right? But I think it's important that you understand why I'm sitting here talking to you tonight, what I saw in this opportunity. My background is in real estate. I've owned numerous different companies in my life, everything from restaurants to IT consulting firms, affiliate companies, but primarily over the last, I'd say 12, 13 years, it's been heavily involved in real estate. First as an agent, I came off of a divorce in 2007, went out and got my license, and then the crash happened. So I was introduced to something called short sales. And for any of you fellow realtors or investors, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. I did quite well in that because I always like to do things opposite. One of my initial mentors told me a very long time ago that if the whole crowd is going that way, Brian, you want to go that way. And nobody wanted to deal with short sales. So I mastered them, and I did very good as an agent, and then I became an investor. I did very well as an investor, and then I decided to start teaching people what, people came to me, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? And so I created a course, and next thing I know, I'm flying around the country, speaking on stages, teaching people my method. I created a course, and I guess you could say I did the guru thing for a while. So that's kind of where I was at for all these years. And I was at a real estate meeting in December of 2017. So not even 2 years ago, about 22 months ago. And a good friend of the family told me, he said, listen, there's a startup company out of San Francisco, and I think you need to take a look at what they have. I said, what's it all about? I just assumed it was real estate. And he said, what do you know about HGH? I said, as in human growth hormone? He said, yeah, what do you know about it? I said, well, I know that my son has been on it since he's been 10 years old. I have triplets. I have 3 boys that on November 9th will turn 17. They were born 6 weeks premature, and one of them just wasn't growing. So at about 10 years old, we took him in for some testing. He has a pituitary issue, I guess they say, from being born premature, inactive pituitary. And so we ended up putting him on the growth hormone shots. I said, I also know that that's what the Hollywood celebrities take. That's why they don't age, right? And in fact, I've had 3 surgeries on my left knee. And after my last surgery, a major ACL reconstruction, the surgeon said I could take the shots too. Problem is, it wasn't covered by insurance. It was about $1,600 a month. And I'd have to drive into Center City, Philadelphia to get the shot every day. I'm like, yeah, no, thanks. That's not for me, So that's what I knew. He said, well, what if I told you there was a way that you can get human growth hormone, actual HGH, with no doctor's prescription and no needles, and about 90% cheaper? I said, what? He said, yeah, that's what this startup has created. And in fact, it's a startup, but the product's actually been around for 15 years. I said, really? And he said, yeah, and there's a tremendous opportunity. It's a brand new company. And it's like anything in life. You want to put yourself in front of a trend that's going viral. And I said, well, Joe, Frank, I'm working about 14 to 16 hours a day. I'm running 4 real estate training academies, all up and down the Northeast, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, et cetera. I don't really have time. I said, but I'm interested in trying this product. And let me see how it works. And I got some. And it was just before the New Year, so late December of 2017. And I started the product. And guys, within a month, I noticed my knee started feeling better. I would wake up every day. My knee would be real stiff and sore. I joke around. I said I have to like work it out like the Tin Man. The doctor and the physical therapist showed me what to do to kind of do the stretches and all that stuff. And about a month in, I realized that it wasn't as stiff. It wasn't as sore. And it wasn't as painful. Was it healed? No, absolutely not. But it felt a lot better. First time in 7 years. And then progressively over the next month, which would be my second month using the gel, I realized that my knee is feeling really good. And I started using it. I started lifting weights with my leg. I started, doing different things in the backyard with my kids. And I started realizing my knee's better. And I said, wow, this is really great. And I started sleeping better, sleeping through the night like my teenage sons, where you put your head on the pillow, you wake up 7 hours later, like, wow, that was weird. Vivid dreams, energy, all these great things. I lost 7 pounds. I was like, wow, this stuff is amazing. I told Lyra, my wife, I was like, this is amazing. Went back to Joe and I said, so, all right, I believe it. How do we make some money with this thing? And he said, well, that's actually really simple, Brad. We just tell people, we're building our referral-based network. We just share this with people. I said, what do you mean? Like a pyramid? He said, well, it's called network marketing or multi-level marketing. We don't really like to call it that. I said, so it's a pyramid. He said, well, call it what you want. He said, but it's a multi-level marketing where you refer people and you get paid. He said, but let me ask you something. What do you know about businesses like that? I said, well, I've never done it before. I've never been involved in anything like that. A lot of my friends and business associates have always approached me. Well, I got this and I got that. And, just really not my cup of tea. I'm a professional. I said, but what's the deal here? How do you make money? Just talk to me. He goes, Brian, listen, we ask people questions. We ask them if they've heard of what we have to offer. Have you heard of the gel? Have you heard of HGH? Like I asked you. They generally will say no. And then we show them a little video, a 3-minute video. We follow up with them. We have a phone call or put them on a presentation like this. We have another discussion with them and we collect the decision. I said, that's it? He said, that's it. That's our marketing plan. There's no meetings. There's no bring somebody to a hotel meeting every Wednesday night. There's no home parties, house parties. There's no filling up your trunk, your garage, your basement with product. All the stuff I associated with a networking company, a multi-level marketing company. I said, well, that's not exactly, what I thought it was. He goes, exactly. He says, and in fact, we're looking for busy professionals. So I think it's time you get started. Well, I guess when I really got started, guys, it was in March of 2018. So just about a year and a half ago. And it's been the most incredible ride of my life. People ask me all the time, like, are you doing this full time? No, I'm still a real estate professional. I still have numerous different companies. This is just one of the things that I do. And I think that in today's day and age, here we are in the year 2019, almost 2020. Everybody likes to talk about a side hustle or what they're doing on the side, or most people anyway. Most people, frankly, have one, and those who don't wish they did, because things are getting tough. I know sometimes if you watch the news, you hear about how great the economy is, and that's wonderful as a country, maybe on a macro level. But if you really talk to the people that you're working with and the people that you live with and your friends and your family, a lot of people are struggling. It's just that in this country, people hide it. Another thing my initial mentor told me many years ago, he said, Brian, everybody looks good, smells good, but they're broke. Okay. Now I know maybe that's not you. Maybe you're watching this and you're doing great and you have all your retirement taken care of and you come and go as you please. You have complete control of your time, your money, and that's great. But the reality is, guys, that's not most America. That's not most Americans. See, I thought I made it in the real estate world and the guru stuff and the offices. And, it's one thing to have a lot of money and pay off all your debts. But then if you realize you have no life, you have no time. See, because with Ilaria, my new wife, we have 2 children. So that means I have 5 children. And yes, they're all boys. I have 5 boys. And what good is it to be financially free, but to be time broke and not to have the time to spend with your families? I have a unique perspective on that as well. I'm a stage 4 terminal cancer survivor. When I was a young man, when I was 18 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And I spent a year of my life in and out of the hospital and numerous surgeries and chemotherapy and lost all my hair. And, it came back pretty good, if I don't mind saying so myself. But the point is, I've always had a unique perspective. When you almost lose your life as a very young man, you look at everything differently. And I'll be the first to tell you, next week or at the end of the month, I'll be 45 years old. So my cancer experience was a long time ago, but I'll never forget. And sometimes when I get busy and I get frustrated, and as we all do, I just think back to those days when I was in the hospital begging God to give me my life and not to take my life. And you remember real quick how important time is, okay? And I think that's the number one thing that we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to talk about getting your time back. If you now are aware of a product that everybody could use and everybody would love the benefits of, but they just don't know it exists, that screams opportunity. That absolutely screams opportunity, guys. And we started with the gel. We started with one thing, and recently, I guess it was in May, so maybe not even 5 months ago, we got into the world of keto. You know, keto is a funny thing. I tried it a year and a half ago, need to lose some weight. And a buddy of mine was telling me about go keto and do this and do that. And I started watching all these YouTube videos, and about 5 days in, I quit. I said, I can't do this. This is too hard. If you've ever tried the keto diet, it's like extremely low carb, 20 net carbs a day or whatever it is. I'm like, yeah, I feel horrible. I want to die. I feel like I'm really sick. So I threw in the towel. But then this company comes out with a second revolutionary product, a drink called KG4, Ketogen 4, 2 different versions. And it puts you into a state of ketosis without eating a keto diet. Now, for all disclosure, you have to eat low carb. You can't just eat bread all day. But if you're willing to reduce your carbs, you eat a low carb diet, 40, 50, even 60. I heard some people 70 grams a day, and drink this drink. It's drink. You can get into a state of ketosis, which means you're burning fat. So what I love about this company is that it's not a Me Too company. There's so many companies out there, and they have products, and I'm sure, and by the way, for full disclosure, a lot of my friends who are in other companies with products such as protein shakes and vitamins, what else? A couple other things. I support them because they're my friends, but I never want to get involved in a business where I had to justify why my protein shake is better than yours. My vitamins, my CBD oil is better than yours. It's a hard road, man. And I'm not trying to run around selling people, but when you have an exclusive product, when you have a category changing product, like human growth hormone in a gel, when you have a product that puts you into a state of ketosis without eating a keto diet, revolutionary things. That's what excites me. That's what excites me, because now I'm not running around selling product. I'm just telling people, hey, man, you ever heard of the keto diet? Check this out. Hey, what do you know about human growth hormone? What do you know about HGH? Have you heard of the gel yet? And no, Charlie, check this out. Share a little video, have a conversation. And a lot of them, the high majority, are like, either I want to make money with that, I want to try it, or both. I'm like, okay, great. Here you go. Let's go. So it allows me to run my real estate business. Guys, I did a Zoom webinar for my real estate companies literally right before this. So I am an entrepreneur. I do have multiple things. So I know if you're watching this live here tonight, or you're on the replay, you have your job, maybe you're self-employed, you maybe have a job and a side business. This is something that you can fit in if you see the value. And the whole purpose of this little brief conversation tonight is to show you the value. And once again, one of my mentors, Chris Cavanaugh, taught me, when you can put yourself in front of a trend that's going viral, it's one of the greatest opportunities. Unfortunately, a lot of us in our life, and I can tell you myself, with many opportunities, I was a little late to the dance. I was a little bit too late. And if you're here watching this right now, it's not too late. In fact, the timing couldn't be any better. So let me share a couple things with you and why I mean that. Here's our products right here. In the bottom corner, you see the KG4. That's the drink. You put a scoop, drink it, with your first meal of the day. That's it. You drink that 6 days a week, take a day off. There's our gel, brand new bottle, pharmaceutical grade bottle. You put a little on your wrist, you rub it in the morning, do again at night, 5 days on, 2 days off, and that's it. Put it next to your toothpaste where you brush your teeth at night, in the morning, right? And you go about your life, guys. It's really something you need to look more into. So the purpose, again, of tonight and this conversation is not to talk about the science of the product and how does ketosis work and what about all the 40 benefits of the gel. Guys, whoever invited you here tonight can give you the information. We have videos, we have resources to share with you. If you're one to really dig deep and do your due diligence, we have the data for you. That's not a problem. So again, you're going to want to get back to the person with all of your specifics. This is just an overview, okay? I want to share something. What I love about a business like this and being involved in something brand new is the excitement that it creates. I want to show you this next slide. That right there, that guy I'm shaking hands with, his name is Ray Crockett, two-time All-Pro NFL superstar for who? The Denver Broncos. He is part of my team. He's building a business. As a retired ex-athlete, number one, he wanted to see the benefits. He wanted to see, these guys beat their bodies up pretty good. He wanted to see how the gel would work for him. He's now in his 50s. A lot of you football stars remember him. You know him. He's a wonderful human being. But he didn't want to just get the benefits of the product. He wanted to create a secondary income stream, okay? The other gentleman with the big old smile with his arm around me, that's Julius Jones. A lot of you know Julius from the Dallas Cowboy days, and I'm sorry, Eagles fans, but, it is what it is. And, of course, his days at Notre Dame. I got to spend some time with Julius just the last week. We were in Salt Lake City at the brand new corporate headquarters for NUL Life. We spent a few days together, and he's really excited about this company. He's really excited to put his name, his reputation behind this company. Guys, when you have And we're just getting started. We're about to make major inroads, not only into the NFL, but into major sports organizations, primarily for the retired players, primarily for the people who don't play anymore, okay? But the reality is we're starting to attract some tremendous talent, people that are willing to put their name behind and stand behind a company like this. And now this is primarily a gel. Of course, you know, they're both interested in the keto too. I want to share something with you. I got a video lined up here. This is in the keto space. Watch this. Let's make sure this works.
Hey, it's Thomas DeLauer, and you are hearing it straight from me. I am partnering up with NUL Life, and together we're going to change the world. So starting the end of November, you're going to be getting a bunch of educational content from me personally. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you all about the ketogenic diet. I'm going to be teaching you all about products and teaching you to, well, change the world. And I want to invite you to an exclusive event January 17th in Pasadena, California. I'm going to be there, so it's going to be your opportunity to meet me personally, but also start getting some hands-on education when it comes down to the ketogenic lifestyle. So I look forward to seeing you there, and make sure that you register for this event so that you don't miss out. Let's go change the world together.
Well, guys, I don't know, you know, what your experience is with keto or intermittent fasting, but if you go to YouTube, and I encourage every one of you to do this, and type in keto, type in intermittent fasting, Thomas DeLauer is the absolute, he's the king of this industry. He is one of the most foreknown experts in the world when it comes to ketosis. When I told you I was watching all those videos on keto, whose videos do you think I was watching? Thomas DeLauer. When I found out that NUL Life was partnering with Thomas DeLauer, I was like, oh my God, like the talent guys, we're only 22 months old. We are only 22 months old. And because of my real estate background, I've said it all the time, you can determine the size of a structure based upon its foundation. Think about that, whether it's a big old commercial mall or a single family home. The size of the foundation determines the size of the structure. The foundation this company has put in place and is putting in place in the form of a brand new corporate headquarters in Salt Lake City, 16,000 square feet on the roof, in the form of a brand new executive team. We're going international. We're literally in the process of going global, okay? The new products coming out, partnering with major NFL ex-athletes, now with Thomas DeLauer, the absolute king of keto and intermittent fasting. Guys, you are in the right place at the right time. You have to get back to the person who shared this with you, who maybe you're watching this on the replay, you're here tonight on a Tuesday night. You owe it to yourself to look more into this, because this is about to change everything. This is groundbreaking, revolutionary that we just partnered with Thomas DeLauer. I couldn't be more excited. I went on a major transformation. Larry and I got married July 20th. She's from Italy. We did it in Italy. I had 90 days to get myself in the best shape of my life. So with the gel, with the drink, and working out and watching a lot of his videos, I did it. And you know what? The fact to find out not even 90 days later that he's partnering with our company, guys, he's not a spokesman. He's not just like saying, okay, go buy their stuff. He's partnering with us. And I couldn't be more excited, okay? So please check more into that. As far as how we make money, once again, we have compensation plan videos. These are the particulars. It doesn't even matter, guys. We have 5 ways to make money and a car bonus, okay? We'll get into all that later. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you, okay? I promised you a quick conversation tonight. Let's just have a conversation. Let's just talk. What do you dream about? What do you want? You know, you're here for a reason. If you are not working with us and you're watching this, what are you doing it for? You really just care about some gel? You just want to learn about the science of a gel? Or maybe is there something missing in your life? And that's okay to admit. Are you missing time? Are you missing time with your spouse? Are you missing time with your kids? Do you want to live in a bigger home, a better home, in a better neighborhood, drive a better, safer car, take trips, make memories with your family? Do you just not want to wake up tomorrow morning and go to a job that you hate? You know, I listen to a lot of positive motivational things in the morning. One of my favorite speakers is Les Brown. And one of the things he said recently, I don't know when he made it, but what I heard recently, he said 86% of Americans, if given the choice, when they wake up tomorrow morning, would not do what they have to do and go where they have to go if given the choice. Meaning if they hit the lottery for $10 million, they probably wouldn't go to work tomorrow. And that includes self-employed people. So ask yourself this: what are your options? Realistically, what are your options? You know, forget the lottery. Let's be real. You're going to start a second business? Do you have the capital to start? Do you have the expertise to start? What if you knew that you could partner with people, that you could work with a company? Literally, people say, "Was this a ground floor?" No, we're not a ground floor company. We're in the basement. See, because for a company like this to hit critical mass and get crazy momentum, you're talking about 10 million people being involved. First 10% are considered the early adopters. That would be the first million people. We're at about 100,000. Guys, this is a new opportunity. It's a new day. The company is called NUL Life, and it's the most exciting thing I've ever seen. People ask me a lot, people in my real estate circle, they're like, well, you've done so well in real estate and I just don't get it. Why are you even doing anything else? I'm like, well, number one, I have 5 kids. Okay. Multiply that college by 5. That gets expensive. Okay. But I guess it's cool to flip houses and I frankly like what I do. I like the real estate aspect, but when you can help people physically, when you can literally change their lives physically, and guys, the testimonials that we have on this product, both so far with the only 2 we have, with the gel and with the keto product, it's amazing. Whoever asked you to watch this tonight, you're watching this replay, ask them to add you to our testimonial groups on Facebook. Ask them to just add you so you could scroll through and see what it's done for other people, hear from other people, watch the videos, see the pictures. It's nothing short of amazing. If somebody told me 7 years ago after my surgery, I guess 8 years ago now, that I wouldn't be able to use that leg anymore, I probably wouldn't have got the surgery. But I didn't know it would hurt every day. I didn't know that I couldn't do anything other than walk. And after a few years, I just kind of accepted the fact, well, this is my life. I have a bad knee. I have a bad leg. Sorry, I can't go run around with you in the backyard and jump off of things because Daddy won't be able to walk for a few days. Sorry, I can't go for a jog. Sorry, I can't, ride a skateboard with you. And guys, what this gel specifically gave back to me is the ability to be the dad I've always wanted to be. How do you put a price on that? Forget the money. Forget the income side. When you can help people physically, when you can help them live a better quality of life, and then you add in the component that for sharing that and helping other people, you can actually be paid. In my opinion, it's the best of both worlds. I firmly believe that. So once again, please get back to the person who showed this to you. Guys, what's about to happen? You're going to hear about this company. Whether you're a part of it or not is up to you, but you're going to hear about us. We are becoming a billion-dollar brand extremely quick. You couldn't be in a better place at a better time. Thank you for joining us tonight. As always, I say God bless you. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.